Keen.
Peachy Keen.
I was just gonna say, where's our fearless leader?
You guys are
There he
having
is.
way. You guys are having way too much fun. I'm going to leave.
Not until after you answer our questions.
I don't know. I think
Then you can leave.
you guys could probably answer them by now. Start me off, Terry. Start me off with the first question of the day.
Okay. I thought I was having trouble verifying a link for a co-host. I'm hoping somebody can join us tonight at 9. He's an early
Okay.
bird, so it's kind of late for him, and I'm like, please, can you try? He's a good friend. So he's like, for you, anything. It's like, okay. So now I owe him. But I think I got it. I finally found, I don't know where the email was sent to, even though it
Okay.
was dated really weird, but so it would show up as meet.mypicks.com/my name and then all those numbers.
That's correct. Yep.
Oh, good. Okay.
I
Now,
like it when stuff works. Okay. So that
yeah,
was my,
especially the easy
hopefully,
ones.
yeah. Okay. Now
I
try
just
to
have,
stump me.
okay, I have one more. Um, is there a way to sort the the favorite websites, like move the tiles in different spots or anything, or do you just have to use the search and
Yeah. I
get
think
it, find it that way?
you just have to use the search. Yeah. They're not slidable boxes. The other way, if you want to do it, you could delete it and then enter it, and then it'll be at the top if you want.
Oh, I just created a new one and it throws them at the bottom.
Oh, it did
It
through
puts
at the
them at the,
bottom.
yeah, and I have 39.
That's that. Okay.
Half
Well,
of them are yours.
yeah, but remember, you're only really going to need them when you're sharing a website. So they're going to be there. So you're saying live during the deal, not in your dashboard, right?
No, on my
Yeah.
dashboard under my favorite websites.
Yeah. You don't really have to worry about it there. What you really want, and I'll show you what I mean, because you don't really need them over there, right? So you're not going to do anything with them. Here's where you're going to do something with it. Let me get there. Okay. So hold on a second. Okay. So hold that for a second. So if I'm starting a meeting here. Okay.
Oh.
So when I'm at share a website here, right, I'm going to hit share websites. Here's where all my favorites are that matter, because that's when I'm going to use them. So when you put them in the dashboard, they're going to show up here. Otherwise, how would you use them?
Okay.
So here's the search button right here. So like if I type in State Farm,
Mm-hmm.
right? See how State Farm came up?
Type ahead feature, yeah. Oh, there we
Can
go.
you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I really use my favorites anyway. So
good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Chris. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Terry,
Yourself?
I'm great. Terry, can you see this where it says State Farm?
Yes.
Right. So you see that I just went here right in my favorites.
In the search,
right, and I typed it in. Now let's say, for instance, I don't have it in my favorites. Right. I'm going to pick a brand new site. Right. Let's say it's Google. Right. Doesn't matter what it is. Right. This is how I can make it a favorite right here. Add to favorites. I can title it and then save it as a favorite.
Okay.
So that's what I meant.
How do I make this presentation full screen?
Yeah.
It's not going full screen on my phone. It's not.
Yeah. So you see there's a square in the upper right-hand corner with a box?
No, I know. I see that, but it doesn't seem to be working. It just puts it in the middle of the screen. When I turn my phone to the side, it doesn't.
Well, don't turn it to your side.
Going full screen. It
try
should be. Hold on, wait. Maybe I need to turn it on. Hold on. Just give me 1 second.
I'd be happy to do that.
When I turn my phone, like landscape view, it's supposed to go full screen, so I can see. Otherwise, I can't see anything because it's too small. Like all the wording.
Richard, can you hold on a second? I'm finishing a conversation. Okay,
Okay.
thanks. So, and by the way, I don't think it works in landscape the way that you would expect. So go full screen on vertical.
The computer.
So-
On the
yeah,
computer. Yeah.
On your phone, you can go full screen, but not landscape. You know, okay,
I know what
so-
you're saying.
okay. So
But
Terry,
for mine, I'm on an Android. I just want to say that it just shows it in the middle of the screen. It doesn't go the whole screen. Maybe it does that
Okay.
on the Apple. I don't know.
It
Go ahead.
does. Okay,
Go back
thank
to
you.
your thing. Sorry about that.
I appreciate it. Okay. No, by the way, Richard's a great guy. He's a huge lead generation guy, one of the historical lead generation guys in our industry, so I can afford to tease him a little bit. Okay. Terry Marie, I just want to make sure that I got your question answered.
Yeah, I'll play around with it. Thank you.
In that sense. So the part about the dashboard, right, is that if you set it up ahead of time on your dashboard, then it'll be in your favorites when you see it on the other side. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just to show that. a
Yeah, I just
second
have
here.
to play with it and
Right.
put all that
So
in there.
Right. So here, when you're in favorite websites, right, you can, add them at any time, and then it'll show up when you have a meeting.
Thank
Okay.
you. Okay.
All right. Okay. Now let's go back to hello for everybody. How are you?
Yeah, excellent. I just want to learn how to use this because there's some cool features to it for sure.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go through it all today for you. Okay. We'll take it from the top, as they say, right? But before we just start, I just want to know if anyone else has any other questions, the answers. So when I'm going through the demo, that I make sure that I include that, right? Helene, I see you're here. How are you?
Wait, I gotta get on my, wait 1 second. Oh, here I am. I didn't realize that I was unmuted. I'm good. I'm just trying to get some people that are having a couple issues to get on right now.
Okay.
But not, it's learning issues. It's operator error, not necessarily pitch error. It's operator error.
Yeah. We like human error, as we like to say, right?
Well, it's learning curve.
Right.
Steve,
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Steve, it's Gail.
Yeah, Gail.
Diane, how you doing today? Hi, everyone.
Good.
Diane is having a challenge with her camera for some reason. She's been on before and was able to pop with no issues, but now her camera is blocked or something. You have any suggestions?
Yeah. Well, two things. One, log out and log back in, and make sure that you give your phone or computer permission to access. Because if you didn't in the beginning, then you can't adjust it afterwards. You'd have to log back and log back in. Is one approach. And the other thing is to hit settings and see if you can make sure your camera is hooked up to the right spot in settings under video.
I'll give that a try, Steve. I thought I had been making sure I turned the camera on, but I'll give it a try one more time and try to make sure I'm not missing something.
No, believe me, Diane, we want to see you. We're the ones
I
being
wanna
cheated
see-
here.
I want you guys to see me too. Thanks, Gail. I'll give that a try.
Okay.
All right then.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So with that, I'll take it from the top, so to speak, right? And again, feel free to interrupt me at any time. This is not a presentation as much as it is information and sharing in that respect. Okay.
Okay.
So I wanna
There you
make
go.
sure you
I
guys
can
are
zoom
okay with
now.
that.
I can zoom now.
Okay.
I like that.
Great. Okay. Hold on a second here. Okay. So when you log to the back office, I want to hit record, by the way. Before I do this, hold on a second here. I'm going to hit my record button, and I'll show people how to do that as well. Okay. So when you log into the back office for the first time, if you want to just start a quick meeting and invite a quick guest without scheduling, doing anything fancy, but literally you sign up and 5 seconds later you want to start the process, hit the share button, copy the link. 2 different ways to copy it right here. Text it to somebody, email to somebody, and then literally hit start your meeting. You can pick between version 1 and version 2.0. Pretty soon there'll only be a single version as we merge all the features together. Version 2 has things like international language translation. Version 1 has breakout rooms, and that's what I'm saying. There's a couple of features, and you can read through the list of which ones we have, but they're pretty close in that sense. But version 2 will be the default one fairly soon. Okay. If you're going to schedule a meeting, you hit schedule, and very easy in this sense where you title it, you write your description, you pick your day, you pick your time, you pick the suggested length for your guests in the invite. You're not limited to that. So whether you pick 30 or minutes to 3 hours, it's more for your guests than it is for you. You can pick a recurring meeting. You can pick on whether you want to have a waiting room, broadcast this to Facebook Live, YouTube, or use a third party like Restream or StreamYard.
Okay,
And then
that's
you
cool.
decide-
I like that.
And then you decide what kind of meeting you want to have. Like if you notice today, we started off in a standard meeting. Meeting very, just looks like a Google Meet, looks like a Zoom, nothing different. At any time you want, you could bring up a website, make it interactive. You're not limited to any format. If you want to have co-hosts and affiliates, I'm saying having credit for sales, then you would use interactive meeting. And of course, if you want to have a webinar where you're only in presentation mode, so you would make that decision about how you want to start the meeting. Okay. Then you would just literally create the link and be able to share that with everyone you want. As soon as you do that, it'll be right here. Here I use the word title, it's right here. Later on, you can start the meeting, you can edit the meeting, you can share it, whatever you may choose. So it's pretty simple from that perspective, right? On the left-hand side, remember, I'm on the dashboard. The second column would be where you can see if you refer anybody and you're entitled to either free service or getting cash rewards. You can check that in My Rewards. If you are entitled to rewards, you can then fill out the next tab, which is the payment information, where we ACH that money to you on a daily basis. You can also check your account information and go to your profile. If you don't like your invite link and you want to change it, you can change it right here by hitting the edit button. Same thing with here, you can edit your profile information. This is where you can put in your streaming link, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or a third-party perspective. If you want to change your subscription, you want to upgrade, downgrade, cancel, give it away as a gift, all that stuff is right here. If you want to see reports from your meetings, you'll be able to do that in here. Also, your meeting settings. This is where you can set up if you want every meeting to start on recording. You want to have waiting rooms, so you wouldn't have to go up and set that up, but these will all be your default buttons. Okay? When you do make recordings in our system, this is your library of My Recordings. And this is where you can share them, edit them, change them all here. You can upload them into your own CRM. We'll be coming out with our own CRM shortly. We'll be able to feed your CRM to do that. If you want to create an AI avatar, we'll go through that in a little more detail. Here's where your AI avatar studio is. And as we say, that in order to do that, all you do literally is select a picture from your computer or your phone, depending on what device you're on, because everything works from both devices in terms of what you're doing. You literally pick a picture, you write your script.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I don't want to interrupt, but can you implement like AI agent as well? If you're going to implement CRM, can you have an agent as well?
In the future, not as it stands today, but yes, you'll be able to.
Okay. How
Yep.
long? What's the projected time, would you think?
30 to 60 days.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. So if you're creating an AI avatar, you can select your picture, you can write a script, you can select your voice, whether it be a standard voice that we have or clone your own voice by simply recording and speaking into it for 30 seconds. That's all you would need to do. And then you can hit AI enhance. So the script will actually direct the image onto smile, to cough, to pause, to be emphatic, to be confident. And then you can edit those suggestions that AI has as well. And then you can choose what URLs and exactly what time you want those URLs or websites to appear while someone's talking. And we'll show you some examples of that. And then you literally click and generate the video. They'll appear here as soon as they're done, and your most recent ones. And then they'll be stored here where you can share them, view them, edit them, download them, whatever you may prefer. So that's kind of a perspective on how you do the flow on the back office. Let's go to actually start a meeting right now. Okay, so let's start a meeting in 2.0. Okay, this is where, where sometimes people get tripped up. They'll see it says microphone on, it'll see camera on, but they didn't notice it actually because they have another device on their computer or another device in their home that it's not hooked up to the right device. But sometimes the easiest thing to do is just double check, make sure you read it and you're on the right device. You can actually test it before coming on to do that. And then you join your meeting. Okay. So now I'm in my meeting. Okay. Just notice on the bottom, microphone, camera, kind of very similar to Zoom. If you're the host, this is where your record button is. So literally all you have to do is hit record. I'll go through the settings in a second. If let's say you find out that there's a couple of people on here who didn't speak language, or maybe English is a second language for them, and they want to hear you in one of 42 different live languages, you hit translate, you hit start translation. As soon as you do this, they get the same pop-up menu that you have, or their version of it, and they get to choose from the drop-down menu of the language they want to hear you in. And you get to
Can I
choose
ask
the
you a
language.
question?
Yes.
Sorry to bother you again. Are you going to go public with this?
Let's do the demo first, and then I'll take all of your money that you want to give. So don't worry about it. Okay. So again, the translation is easy. Then you can simply disconnect it. Okay. Then if you want to do a traditional Zoom style or Google share, you literally hit screen share, pick your tab, pick your window, make sure your audio, that's that audio button. When people go, I was trying to play a video and I didn't hear it, that's because that button wasn't flipped. If you want to do what we consider our magical perspective, which is the interactive share website, you hit the share button. Now your menu comes up, and this is what we were talking about, Terry. All your favorites will just be right here. You can literally choose from your favorites, whatever that may be, or you can actually type in one or cut and paste one if it's in your browser from the very beginning. Entirely up to you. Or you can search for your favorites. Like right now, I'll search for one that I use in demos. So I just could put in the first couple of words, it'll come up. And then maybe sometimes people have a website, like earlier I was on a demo and it didn't line up right. So I could preview it before I actually decide to share it. And remember, even though my screen looks smaller here, this is because it's the host view with my menus open. This is what the guests will see. They see the full picture, even though I'm looking at it as the guest. To get back to that menu, I just hit share screen, literally always toggle on and off, get back to it all day long, or I can exit out here. And then standard means I'm on standard now. You'll see it up here. You'll see it here. That means I'm in control. And that's what's so unique about our interactive experience compared to everyone else's, because everyone else has a buy button or click button. And once the guest has control, the host can never get it back. With us, that's how easy it is to make it interactive and standard. Toggle back and forth. Anytime I want to be in control, I want to show them other pages, I can do that, make it interactive. If they filled out any information, put items in a shopping cart, when I make it interactive, all those items will still be there, so they don't have to panic that, oh my God, I took control of the screen. And remember, it's up to 600 people at the same time. And those 600 people, even though they're in a collaborative experience, have complete privacy. So anytime I want to stop sharing, we do
I
that.
have a question, Steve. So
Sure.
when we're in a meeting, sometimes when I go interactive, language translation, should the screen be in standard or interactive? Because sometimes I hear myself talking in English. So I don't know if they didn't change it. I don't know how to,
Just make sure that everyone else is on mute, and that usually doesn't happen. It has nothing to do with standard or interactive.
Okay, so I have to make sure everybody's on mute.
Yeah, if someone unmutes themselves, then it can get confused. I'm saying of who is translating, you or them. So it'll start to translate
Can you
yourself.
show us again how I can mute
So-
everybody?
Yeah. So when I hit translate, right? As soon as I hit start translating, all of my guests
Uh-huh.
will immediately be on mute. But they have the ability to unmute themselves when they want to speak to you. We just don't want them to do it simultaneously, right?
Right.
So the way that you can Okay. So the way that you control people is you click on people. Now, because I'm in another meeting outside the meeting, because I'm demoing the backside, otherwise you'd see all the people here, right? Let's say as the host. And there'll be a button that'll say, I can mute the person individually. I can mute them all. I can mute them where they're allowed to unmute themselves. I could block the microphone so no one can mute themselves. So I have all those controls when you see this filled up with people. So I always keep this open. Now, one other thing that I can do too, and so I can have the participants open, I can have the chat open, I can have all these things open at the same time, share a website, and even though my screen looks smaller, remember, they're seeing the full screen. But now I've got all my controls. I've got my share a website, I've got my chat, I've got my mute buttons control. I got it all handy. That's what makes it so great and why I could do things so seamlessly, right, without interrupting the experience. But the other important thing here is settings, okay? This is also something that I can do on the fly as opposed to having worried about setting it up ahead of time. So many times people do a meeting and they don't want other guests to know how many people are in there. They don't want their guests to see that participant list when they click on people, right? So you see here it says show participants, show or hidden. I can make it hidden where now no one else can see how many guests are on. Let's say, for instance, you know how you have in our chat the ability for people to raise their hand and ask a question. Well, let's say, for instance, I'm doing an important presentation right now, and I don't want anyone raising their hand and putting that on screen. I could lock them out until I'm ready, so no one can raise their hands. So I'm not interrupted from doing that. So instead, I do that. Let's say when people come into the meeting, I want them on mute when they come in, even though they can unmute themselves, right? So everyone who enters the meeting will be on mute. I can change this on the fly live during all the meetings. But here's, especially for Richard, here's something that's really, really cool. So let's say, for instance, our meeting just started and I've got 50, 60, 100 people. And I love the energy of everyone going, like I walked in today, everyone was laughing, everyone's talking to each other, right? You want that energy. That's what makes the meeting great. But now it's time for showtime. And I don't want, I could mute everybody, but I'm still going to see all those boxes and all those cameras and some distractions. So I want to turn this into a webinar mode on the fly. I click on webinar. I hit start webinar mode. If I have any people I don't want in webinar mode, I can literally check their names because they would all be in the meeting. And I hit activate webinar. And now I'm the only person in the meeting. And that and my websites and content, whatever that may be, it's all there. Now let's say it's the end of the meeting. I want to take Q&A. I want questions to come back. I click on settings. I turn off the webinar mode and everyone is back in the meeting. It's the only one that's really seamless to go from meeting to webinar mode. And when I'm in webinar mode, they can't unmute themselves. They can't raise their hand. The only thing they could do is ask questions in the chat. To go do that. So very, very
This is awesome.
cool feature. Yep.
This is very, very, very good.
Okay. No, I'm glad. I'm glad because again, you're very experienced and very tech savvy. So coming from you, that means a lot. And I also want to show you a couple of other things. I want to show you some finished product on an AI avatar. Well, like I always say to people, let me end it on this meeting. Let me just end this for a second. Sorry. Cancel. Let me go back to my original. Okay. Where am I?
So
You're gonna
you
demo
created-
though, right, too? This
Here I
is-
am. Sorry. I'm sorry.
created
I'm
this?
back. Well, I always say I have 25-year-olds who make me look smart.
But
you know?
I mean, you had the you're the
Yes.
guiding person behind it. I'm sure.
I'm the guy you either blame or love. It's up to you. Either one. Right, thanks,
You're a
right?
you're a genius. This
He
is
is.
amazing.
But let me just show you what again, where I think is a bigger, what started out
Wow.
as something that was an, oh, by the way, I'm saying has become, I think, a much bigger deal. So when I say, I don't want you to think of just pitch. I want to think of whatever opportunity someone may have. It could be Nu Skin, it could be Herbalife, it could be whatever it's second. But if you literally can say to somebody, do you have less than a minute? I want to show you the coolest new technology. It's 1 minute. I just want to know what you think, right? And that would be something like this. So instead of picturing me, picture you, picture your business, picture your opportunity.
Interested in turning every webinar, text, email or live stream into an interactive moment? Then listen to this. Every day, 550 million people watch a live webinar. 185 billion texts are sent. 100 billion emails are read, and 1.5 billion people watch a live stream weekly. With Pitch's platform, we make every one of those points of contact an interactive experience. Guests can shop, enroll, sign contracts, book appointments, or hear you in any language. We don't want to change what you do, but we do want to change your results. Learn more? Watch a detailed demo or book a live session to understand why Pitch, why now, and what it can do for you. Interested in turning every
Sorry.
webinar, text, email?
Sorry. And again, the brilliance to me of this is that it's in every language. You have 155 languages to choose from.
That's awesome.
Right? Sorry.
Wow.
So the other thing that is brilliant is most people are used to getting a video that is a sales pitch about something else. Our video is the technology. That's what's the genius, right? Is when they're not just listening to what it is, they're experiencing what it is, because we're not just Zoom with a buy button. We literally are a touch point platform. So what I would really say to you without being tongue in cheek, if there's any genius in that, is that we're not limited to being a better Zoom or better Google Meets or better Microsoft Teams. I say to somebody, whether you're 25 or 55, whether you do social media, email, text, or webinars, we're a better touch point and an interactive experience for however you're doing the business with whatever technology you're using. So if you're a Twilio guy, you get a link from us. Go use Twilio all day long. If you're broadcasting through Restream and StreamYard, use that all day long. If you're using Zoom, unfortunately, that's where the buck stops. That's where you got to use that instead. But there'll be people that use our platform that may never do a webinar. With that many texts and emails, I mean, there's still 100 billion emails open and read every single day. 300 other are going to the spam, but 100 billion is still open and read. 185 billion texts. Not one of them is interactive. Right now, you send a video and a text, they click on a link, and they leave. With us, they can actually stay in their texting platform. Yep.
This will spread just through word of mouth. Sorry. I'm sorry. But this will spread through word of mouth just because it's so amazing.
Yep. That's our go-to-market strategy. We're getting to that point where people will go, Pitch, that's the webinar platform I heard about. Do that. So that's the experience, and what happens is our user experience, and that's why we like to do these demos and show people the backside. Even though it can do all these incredible things, it's not more complicated to use than Zoom or Google Meet in a sense. And if you're in love with your own avatar company, create your own avatar outside of our system and upload it and attach it to a website here. You don't have to be go high level and the land of mediocrity with all of their tools in order to use it. You can cherry pick your favorites, use ours, use it instead, and create a great experience. That's the idea.
Can I ask? I'm just curious.
Sure.
So I just want to ask the people that are on this call, what do you promote? What is your main focus? I'm just curious.
I can go first.
Please, go ahead.
So Richard, what I've been doing lately, because I am a matchmaker for businesses. So what I've been doing, people that I'm actually, working with, I will send them their website. I'll do like a 1 minute of Steve, explaining it. Then I will put their website on with my calendar, because I brag about Steve, and his 1 minute or his 2 minute pitch video is very powerful because it really goes into the main tools. Now, I've also done my own avatars, but it's about them. I do it about the business to show how powerful pitch is for the business. But the only thing I'm having a little pushback is basically when people join, I want them to participate. They're not going to learn it if they don't participate in it, because it is a new platform. And there's a comfort size. You have to practice it in order to do well at it. So, what I'm wondering, Steve, if There's something like when people join, I mean, it's up to me to make sure, but do they have like a standard email, like constant contact sending to all the new people, letting them know about the trainings and everything where, you know, they do that, or is that something that we have to consistently do? Because I've been getting them to
No,
join.
no, the company sends out emails all the time to everyone who joins. If you're not on the list, just email customer support so you can be a part of that. But yes, so there's the WhatsApp Academy, and then there's the emails that go out as well. We do it on both sides.
No,
I get them every day.
but that's how I'm doing it. And I'm just, right now, there's a brand new product that I'm promoting right now that they have their own videos, and I don't know if you know about it. And I'm going to work with Pitch to actually put it out there, but it's got to be compliant with their rules. So
Again, I think the key is if you ask people, I'm saying how they currently reach people. That's what you lead with, as opposed to leading with what you want to think is. You end up leading with what they do. Because if no one is doing a webinar, no one's doing a text, and no one's doing an email, probably not the person you should be talking to. In that sense, right? But as opposed to, if you just, I'm sorry, Santa, 1 second. If you only lead with webinar and they say, I'm currently not doing it, now you're digging yourself out of a hole and saying, oh, I know I led with webinar, but you know, we're just as exciting for text. So I think it's an important perspective to, you know, be a good listener to what someone is currently doing and saying, what if I can make you more effective at what you do? That's where I come from, as opposed to, now we started out with Zoom as the core, right? But it was that interactive technology that we discovered ourselves had many more applications, you know, than simply being a better webinar experience. Go ahead, Stan, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Well, I've gone
Santa.
a different approach. I've taken.
I thought you said Santa. I was like, what? I see Santa Claus.
Yeah,
So you go by Santa Claus, Santa?
that's my legal name.
Oh, that's your legal name. Okay.
That's another
If
story.
you want to know what our reach is, yes, we go all the way to the North Pole. That's where we find our clients, wherever we go.
Okay, I've been making avatars for companies I know and I don't know. I made an avatar for Nebraska Cornhuskers. I live in Albuquerque, so I made one for the the college here. Then I have emailed all those to the top NCAA level 1 colleges with a cover letter. I have made an avatar for a company called Nebraska Furniture Market, which is the largest furniture store in the world, in the country. Warren Buffett bought it, so I made an avatar about that store. We have the #1 zoo in the country. It's called the Henry Doorly Zoo. So I made an avatar about their website, interactive. I mailed it to 65 of the top zoos in the country. So if you ask me, you know, I made one with Colonel Sanders.
Cool.
So, and I'm out of avatars again, Steve. You said you
Yeah, no, I got your text and email, and I promise
Anyway,
today we'll make sure you get your credits today as well as you, Gail. I know who asked.
Anyway, my point is I can make an avatar for any company within an hour, and it takes longer to upload. But whether I clone the voice or take a picture, I don't know what you think of them, Steve, but I think they're pretty cool.
I think they're great. Great. Like I say, for me, my all-time favorite is still the Martin Luther King one, because I just know that, and I'll play just 30 seconds of it. But people always, I don't know what it is. That's the one that always just makes people smile because they don't see it coming, right? Of how it's going to play out.
The first time I uttered the words, "I have a dream," I realized I had made a mistake. I should have said, "We have a dream." I didn't give people the dream of freedom. I merely gave them a voice for the pathway to achieve it. I see a dream here at Pitch. Pitch rings loud and true for many of you for different reasons. For some, it's financial freedom. For others, it's the freedom to be on the leading edge of transformation for virtually every business in any language from any mountaintop or corner of the world. And I can see that many of you have locked arms and have started going.
Well, I like to say, do that with your mother's Zoom, right?
That's cool.
That's what I meant, right?
It's all about
just
the
a great-
dream.
It's all about the dream, but it's all about that. Normally, a marketing agency would be the only one that could create that, not Santa Claus, right? That to me is the breakthrough. That to me is the genius of how to make that accessible. So, for instance, if I send you, Richard, to Hey Gen, not you personally because you're savvy, but the average person to Hey Gen or Synthesia, I'm saying they'll come back 3 weeks later still working on their first avatar. We made a very narrow choice to say, if you can take a photograph, you can make an avatar. Yeah, so that's where I think our marketing, our audience is the everyday person. The 5%ers don't need us. They're brilliant without us. But the average person, to level the playing field and allow them to do what Santa just described, that to me is more than genius. That is just a gift that we're able to give to people to be able to promote their business. Because unlike most businesses in lead gen, right? Most business in our situation says, stop doing your business, do us. We say, no, we actually want to build your business. And because we build your business successfully, we're going to build our own. So we want to build Nu Skin. We want to build Herbalife. We want to build Amway. We want to build Shopify. We want to build insurance companies. I'm saying that's what our testimonial needs to be. Not that we stopped everyone from doing what they're doing just to go build our business. Yeah. Go ahead, Santa. You had a question?
Yes.
Or comment?
My suggestion in your local communities, find your local eateries, your local pizza places, make avatars take their website over, make a 5-minute avatar with it, and then you have something to show. Once you have those in your videos, you can share that same food video with other people, with other food businesses. Just like I made my football videos, 2 football videos, and I shared those same football videos with the NCAA level 1. I haven't gotten to level 2 yet. But anyway, so make a couple videos about certain things. If you have a zoo, make a video of your zoo. I mean, this is powerful stuff that they can actually go through the zoo and buy tickets or go to the college website. If you don't know how to do that, I'd be more than happy to show you. Anyway, that's enough for me.
Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Okay. Anyone else have anything else? Otherwise, that's a really good, hard overview. Just know tonight we've got a business opportunity presentation at 9:00 Eastern, which if you're looking for people who are not in our business yet, I'm saying, but want to get an overall view, we talk to them as if they're the only person on the call. And then for those in the business, just so you know, we have a Saturday training this weekend at 10 a.m. Eastern time. We can send you the details. Go ahead, Marie, you have a question?
Yeah, I just noticed, I don't think I noticed them any of the other times when you were demoing a meeting. I know depending on where your mouse is, you're going to have like different features that pop up. One was the circle with the 3 dots for, other things. But in the top, there was 2 circles. One is a black one, and it looks like a window on a window with an arrow, like to expand it. And then the one next to it was purple with 3 stars, which from what I've seen usually means something AI, usually. But they would show up, they would go away. I mean, did anybody else see that or catch it? I just was wondering if you clicked on them, what they did.
Yeah.
I
So
can't
that
hear
for
you.
tomorrow's phone call. I'll look at that for tomorrow's training.
Oh, I was just curious. I mean,
Yeah. Nope.
okay.
So Diane, we still didn't get your camera working, right?
No,
Otherwise-
Steve, we didn't. I'll try. I didn't come into a new browser. Next time I'll try that.
Okay, because otherwise that's a very unusual smile that you have. I just want you to know that. So.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah.
No, but if it doesn't work with another browser, then we'll certainly try to get someone to do a special one-on-one training with you. Okay.
I appreciate that. Thanks.
I appreciate you. Okay,
The
Richard, you got one
presentation.
more. Thank
Presentation.
You, sir. Appreciate it.
Sorry. Your presentation is working great on my phone, so I love that.
Good. Great. All right, guys, then I will see you this evening, hopefully.
Steve,
Okay?
Steve,
Yeah, Chris,
could you send me this recording that you just recorded this, please?
you got it. It'll render probably in a few minutes, and I'll send it right out to you.
Cheers, appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks.
All right.
Everything go
Thank
good
you.
last night.
All righty. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Steve.